All right, everybody, I want to get down to business here. Why not? As one story has finished, can chat finish theirs? That's the question. The Vancouver A's in somehow 2035 are listed as the #1 team in baseball. Top pitching, top 5 in regards to batting. Not even dead last in defense anymore. However, the Mermen are somehow ranked second. So I don't know how much stock you want to put in to these particular rankings, because I don't know how the hell I'm second. But a reminder of what Chat's team looks like this season. It is Richie Christensen as the ace. Yuri Perez is still there. Last season's Cy Young winner, Avi England. Then you got Howie Elliott and Clyde Floyd, with Juan Baroa as a long reliever. And the extra arms in the pen: Pedro Velez, Francis Menard, Pedro Ponce, Derek Hope, Kerry Gamble, Adrian Ramirez, and the closer, Boris Hatfield. In terms of the lineup, Ceddanne Rafaela, Aiden Miller, Robert Sposato, Owen Casey, Eggy Rosario, Spencer Jones, Luis Toribio, Luis Guanipa, and Ramon Ramirez. Casey Wolf, Estevan Silva, Kerry Mullen, and Tyrone Ray on the bench. It is still a very, very strong team. Still excellent opportunities to get something done. Long story short, it was your team, Jordan, not you specifically. I was in the exact. I don't think. Okay, so in regards to like the Blue Jays' early season struggles, I don't think I'd be as mad as Blue Jays fans are. I genuinely don't think I would be. It's 10 games into the year, and it's like, well, the warning signs are there that they're not going to be as good, and they weren't addressed. Yeah, that's like half the league. That's the Red Sox. I mean, God, you could argue Tampa. I mean, given some of the talent that they lose every year, I mean, you could make that argument with the vast majority of teams in the league, I would think. Our owners didn't address this issue. Yeah, unless you're like the Dodgers. How many teams are like 100% happy with their offseason, though? You know? Anyway. For the Mermen, Charles Orozco as the ace. Of course, my master plan came together with who's in my lineup right now. Federico Pena, Austin Jordan, Jared Hayes, and Alfonso Carvajal. Long reliever David Valdez. The bullpen: Michael Tan, Marvin Duarte, Jose Alvarado, Miguel Quiones, Juan Soto, and Edmund Cervantes. Maybe my team is decent, huh? Maybe. Lineup-wise, Fernando Rodriguez, Brian Rocchio. Questions? And he's come home. He's come home. After waiting for 10 fargan years, he has left Colorado. He is on my team. Geez, hopefully. Jackson Churrio's there as well. Curtis Mead, Matt Seaver, Will Comstock, William Suzuki at DH, yeah, and Frank Reyes. It's a decent little team. I'm pretty happy to have 3 guys at least a 90 overall, though, which is nice. So this is going to be a very interesting season, because for both of us, there needs to start being some wins. And we're actually going to put the prediction up here. Playoffs for Vancouver, Atlantis, neither or both. If someone bets like 5 points on neither, it could end up being a hell of a cash-in. It could be. Polly, what's going on? All right. Brand new season begins. So you guys get a trade offer early from the Mets. Christian Scott for Pedro Ponce. I mean, you might as well just keep Pedro Ponce, right? Might as well just keep Pedro. I mean, Scott, you don't need the extra reliever. So we march, we move. 5-3 for Atlantis, 6-3 for the A's. Not a bad start for either team. Let's take a look at what the A's are going to need here, should this not be the last season. Nova, what's going on, by the way? That's crazy. I could call you Mad Lad. I could call you Nova. I could call you Chad. Who's to say? So let's take a look here. At catcher, of course, you guys have so many people in the system. You're fine for now. First base, you could use a better first baseman in the system at this stage. Like I said, catcher. Catcher's a kind of, like, you kind of got some people in the mix there. First base is a yes. As it is, Toribio's already dropped an overall point after just 30 at-bats this season. First base needs to be a focus for you guys. Second base, Oldecki Rosario, but you have Virgil Hitchcock there and Claude Masterson. Like, you're good. You know, you don't have the overall depth there, but you got the prospect that you need. Third base, couple guys in the mix. Yeah, probably put it in the kinda, right? Yeah, put it in the kinda. Shortstops, you need a shortstop because Johnny Belanger is probably not the guy to replace Robert Sposato. Should we make it that far enough that you have to consider replacing Robert Sposato, who is going to need a new contract after the season? Left field. I mean, you have Felix Vargas, but that's about it. Center field, you got Charles Lowell in there. Looks like the outfield. Even on the right, because Cameron Wooten, Spencer Sato. Outfield's still a pretty big need for you guys, I'd say. And then in terms of the pitching staff, the bullpen, you're so stupidly set. And honestly, in terms of starters, you're not looking that bad either. So I think we kind of know what Chad's going to need to focus on here in this draft class. What the hell am I going to need? Is the new question. Is it still a boomer bust season for Chat? That's the question. There was a lot of talk about potentially blowing it up after last year. Chat held off on that notion. We'll see from here. Let's see, I think I'm good at first base. Like, Jamie Diaz is going to be a beast. It's going to be a beast. I think I'm okay there. At best, it's in the kind of category. Second base, got Reyes, got Robert Ackerman. I definitely need a second baseman for the future. Third base, David Yu, Brian Park. I'd still put third base as a pretty big position to need. Shortstop, we're good. Waylon Douglas in the system. Left field, we're good. Hiroki Yamazaki is here for a while. We are good, even if he's declining. But I don't even care. Don't even care. Center field, kind of. And right field as well. So we're both going to need to focus on outfielders here. In terms of the relievers. Relievers and starters, I'll put in that kind of role for me. What are the stats so far for Hiroki? I mean, the guy's batting .367 and 30 at-bats. He's declined a little bit in terms of fielding and hitting against righties. So, I mean, it's early. Not too worried about that. So, for me... Yeah, like I said, I don't care about overall. I care about player performance. Overall only means so much. We've seen that numerous times. I need to scout... Well, actually, here, you know, let's just go the way I've been going about it. What do I have for catchers? Julio Chavez. God, Julio might be the only one. Julio's the only one. So I have one catcher. Shout out to the refrigerator. First base. Do I have anybody at first base? Jose Gonzalez, okay. One first baseman, Luis Manuel. Okay, look at that. We got a couple of first basemen. How about that? For Chat, the focus first shortstop and then the outfield. So scout new positions, and we will look at first. I didn't get a notification. That's why we always send out stuff on Twitter. and on the Discord, my man. Baseball fan, what's going on? You haven't missed too much. You haven't missed too much. You guys get a trade offer from the Yankees. Nasim Nunez. I mean, that would be a depth shortstop that you need, but he wouldn't be depth for too long. He's 34, and you'd be getting rid of Felix Vargas. I'll go ahead and say no for that. I could pretty much guarantee you guys don't want that trade. So we can go ahead and say no to that. Oh, good. What a hot start for me in terms of players to look at. If you can't detect the sarcasm, that's a shame, because I promise you I'm laying it on pretty thick. Jesus. Second base, Raymond Reyes. Brandon Santana. And the South Korean Stephen Kuo. All right. Getting ready to get into week 2 of a new job tomorrow. Hey. I hope the new job is treating you well. There wasn't a single Western first baseman. It's really weird. Let's see. Shortstops. Shortstops will be the focus there. It's a job. Well, hey. Sometimes that's what it takes. Have a job for the sake of, well, shit, I need a job, right? I've been there. All right, and then it was left field. And then it'll be center and right. All righty. Well, I got one half-decent prospect so far. Oh, man, I need to hope that one of us ends this challenge this year, because in terms of reinforcements, coming up along the way, it's looking pretty bad. Abraham Pennington out of Germany. The third baseman, Richard Sato out of Japan, and Abraham Pineda. Third base is the focus. So second base, third base, and then center field and right field. I should have been putting these on in the first place. Actually, I was putting these on in the first place. I'm a weirdo. If you can make one signing for Liverpool next summer, who would it be? Kylian Mbappe? Him. You didn't say realistic signing. Shout out to Bear Cub for the primer. Thank you very much for that. Welcome in. I know you guys are going to want to decline that too, so just go ahead and do that. 17-10 for Vancouver. Not a terrible start. Prime Messi. Actually, in fairness, prime Luis Suarez. I'd probably, for this current Liverpool team, I'd probably take prime Luis Suarez, because they don't have problem generating chances, but they do have problems finishing those opportunities. So I would sign Tom Brady. It's football, right? So he can bite people? Yes. Yes, indeed. The Suarez bite is famous as the Garvin stomp. Let's see. Thomas Quinones. Pineda we already looked at. Who else do we have? Sato, Pennington, Pineda. Who's my favorite active wrestler right now? Will Ospreay. Augustin Oliveros. And Diego Burgos. Top 2 shortstops are both Venezuelan. We'd love to see that. We love to see that. We march, we move. Shouldn't be in AA, though. Not that it makes a difference. Warner Sanchez. Ooh. Chat, this is a debatable trade for you guys. It would be getting rid of one of 2 really good catchers. You make room for someone like Jim Lyon to be the backup. It would be trading your backup catcher, although granted he's doing well so far this year at the plate. Only 37 at bats. Ramirez has played more. Catcher depth to get some shortstop depth. Because if Robert Sposato gets hurt, you're fucked. Because nobody else can play shortstop. Miller can't. Casey Wolf can't. Rosario can. I guess that would be the one depth option is Eggy Rosario. And then Kerry Mullen would be having to play second base. Chat saying go for it. The 29-year-old rookie Warner Sanchez to move on from Tyrone Ray. Going once. Hey, Jay, which one? Going twice, and at catcher for backup it would be either Jim Lyon, Lonnie Duarte, one of these two. Second one, yes. Yeah, Jim Lyon's actually not that bad at the plate either. Look at his contact. That's the question. Going once. Going twice. Sold. Warner Sanchez for Tyrone Ray. I do think that is a good deal for you guys. They were carrying an extra pitcher. So it would be... I mean, Derek Hope's a multi-time All-Star, but he's declining. He's still pitching phenomenally well, though. How's Pedro Ponce doing? Ponce is also doing really well. The defense is failing him. Jesus. If there's a reliever to send down, who the hell is it? All of your relievers are pitching incredibly well right now. It might have to be Estevan Silva. Only has 15 at-bats. Because Rosario can play first. It's going to be Estevan Silva. That gets dropped. He's the obvious one to drop so that you can call up Jim Lyon to be the backup catcher. That is the best way to go about it. So, all right, 20 and 13 for the Couve. Let's take a look at, it is going to be the full outfield. So center field. It'll be right field after that. College has a specific game listed as an 11-1 loss for a baseball team. The opposing college has an 11-1 loss for them. Oh, claim the win. Claim the win. Stake your claim. We won this game. You don't believe me? Prove it. Take advantage. Hector Tavares. What else do we got? Anybody? Burgos. Nobody else. Left field. K-Town, what's going on? How the heck are you? James Chen. That's going to be it there. Center field, Deacon Frost. What a great name. Brian Koo. Shortstop, left and center. Beautiful. All right, Atlantis hanging around 500. Actually, exactly at 500. Not a super crazy start. I might have to look at some changes to the lineup here because I need to make the playoffs this year. You get to see the nonsense in the Turkish Soccer League. I did not. Kentucky, Panama. Brian Koo is going to be the last one, isn't he? Yep. Right field. Colombia, Clint Fuentes. Hey, remember that Colombian ace of a starter that disappeared and never came back? Have I whinged about that enough yet? Joe Malone. All right. And for you guys, center field international, right field west, and right field central. We march, we move. Mermen get a trade offer. Reliever David Marte. He's from the Dominican, so I could not trade for him. Again, I still don't think I've completed a trade once. It's not really surprising either. All right, let's start looking. Top of the board for you guys, including the Canadian closer, Garrett Zitlo. The Zitlo. And over here, it's still not looking amazing. It's still not looking amazing. Tadahito Nakamura. Fuentes was there before. Clint Sierra. Anybody else? No. Predator versus Batman, yes or no? Yes. Predator versus Batman would be sick. Be a hell of a crossover, you kidding? Let's see, William Chung out of Taiwan. All right. Let's see. Merman, Taylor Dollard, there's no way you're available to me. You're also terrible. 32-21 for Vancouver. 3.5 games up on Texas. The Mermen, 24-29. I am going to take a look at my roster here and see what the hell is going on. Comstock not delivering at the plate. Right. Can I send you down? I could. It seems kind of insane, especially because Alfonso Hernandez isn't on the 40-man, but we're close to the end of the month, aren't we? We're at the beginning. Yeah, we are. I'm going to give people one more week to try and get their shit together. And I got to look back over there. Okay, you guys had already scattered out there. So let's see what you guys got going on now that you're on the top prospects. Mark Rosas. That guy looks insane, by the way. It looks like there could be a generational outfielder this year. Closer, right field. That worked out perfectly. And for me, I got to keep looking at closers here. Let's see what we got. Oh, Puerto Rico. William Chung, I think, is the only closer available to me. That's a shame. Crowell was the dude that refused to sign last year. He sure was. Nothing like drafting a guy twice, chat. You have the chance to do it. Let's see. William Kim out of Taiwan. And Benito Ornelas. I think I drafted Ornelas last year. Or somebody else named Ornelas. James C. Look at him next. All right, gentlemen. We're heading into June. You got to get your shit together. 27 and 33. Yeah, I need to look at making some lineup changes. I need to make the playoffs this year. On one week, an owner punched a ref. Rival teams, fan attack team celebrating a win after go test. If you're talking about what happened with Trabzon, then I did hear about it. All right, Comstock's back over a 7. He'll survive for now. First base. How's Rodriguez doing? Not particularly well. Diaz isn't on the 40-man either. So for me, it's just basically tempting me into, hey, you want to add dudes to the 40-man early? And it's like, no, I really don't. Shit. I'll call up Tommy Tran, drop William Suzuki. Or I think, but maybe I got the stories confused. Reyes has done okay. Rengifo's cooked. Rengifo's just finally absolutely cooked, but he's a depth player for me at this point. And then again, so is Glaber. Glaber's off the 40-man now. Curtis Mead. Not particularly great. Yamazaki's batting .346. But the team around him is just going to struggle bus, huh? Oh my God, Marvin Duarte's been terrible. I've turned off those alerts so many times, and they just keep popping up. It's so annoying. Damn it. It's not universal profile I have to go to. It is what it is. Does Angel Hernandez trend every day for one shit call after another? Yes. We have recreated Ichiro's Mariners, yes. All right, Marvin Duarte has gotten shelled this year. So, Duarte, you're getting sent down. If I lose you on waivers, whatever, because you're getting lit the hell up. Cameron Yamaguchi, welcome to the bigs. Juan Soto doesn't have many innings pitched this year, so we'll forgive him. How's Michael Tan done? Not great. Of course, Duarte was terrible. Tan can be sent down. Yeah, Mikey, I'm sorry, buddy. You're going down too. I don't have time to screw around here. I really don't. I need people who can deliver. Federico Pena was a big free agent signing this year. He's been pretty shit. Jared Hayes has also been pretty shit. So Wilmer Flores, welcome to the majors, and Orlando Almanza. Let's send down Jared Hayes. Send down Federico Pena. Get your shit together, gentlemen. I don't have time to mess around. We got playoffs to make, goddammit. We got to make chat sweat. I didn't finally get Yamazaki just to still be shit and not at least make chat worry a little bit. Be way too funny to make them worry. They should have won a World Series 4 years ago. And 5 years ago. And 3 years ago. As it turns out. Oh, so many relievers. Nicaragua wasn't available to me. I hate that. Hate that so much. Chip Foss. Ah, yes, the great Venezuelan Chip Foss. Taps, that sounds about right. All right, let's see. Anybody over 40%? Jesse Langley. Kenny Carpenter. And Augustin Oliveros was unavailable to you. Cedeno was not. So first starter and reliever. Beautiful. All right, Merman, can you get it together? Francesco Roca. Oklahoma. Can't trade for him. I lost Marvin Duarte on waivers to Houston. That's fine. He was doing terribly, whatever. And we just had a undefeated week after those call-ups. So that was a very good decision on my part, apparently. Scout position, starting pitcher international, reliever international. Well, I'll finish up with relievers. Let's see. Taps, that's also a fair comparison, yeah. Let's see. Any other relievers that are eligible for me to draft? I hope not, to be honest. Okay. Nope. Edgar Montalvo. Robert Fortis. Carlos Estrada, son of a bitch. There are too many of them still. Relievers, international. Let's see who else we can find. That is the plan. Twitch pushes non-porn site generously. That's true. Hey, I think the certain streamers should have been rewarded for the creativity of green screening their asses. You know, at that point, you're smart enough to think of that. Go ahead. Make your money. You know? I appreciate the creativity. All right, Merman, Roca. I know I can't acquire. 35-36 for Atlanta. 46-27 for the A's. You guys are very much going to make the playoffs again at this rate. You know who else had a great wedding? Eric Favre. You know who else defrauded the state of Mississippi? Eric Favre. Let's see. Starter, closer, and second. Top of the list. And for me, We found 4 pitchers. 4 pitchers in international. Okay. Recently scouted Henry Smith. Daisuke Ishii. What else do we have? Ezra Rodriguez, I have info on. Tommy Chin. Endurance. How are you? Oh, I'm so happy about your name change. Oh, boy. Anytime Endo pops in here and shares something from Twitter, it's always scary. What the fuck? God damn it. A succulent Chinese meal. I keep meaning to add that to the stream deck. It's still maybe the funniest clip in internet history. A succulent Chinese meal. Let's see. Scout positions, starting pitcher international. Really quickly. Starting pitcher international. Closers international. Discover catchers. It should work. Hero, no, but I heard about it. It is pretty funny. All right, Vancouver, 51-28, absolutely rolling towards the playoffs. Will this be the year for the A's to finally get it done? Shout out to Peter Ham, Kenneth Hogg. Peter Ham, Ken Hogg, and Alec Thomas. Closer, starter. For me, we did find a couple of catchers. Right. Richard Hu and Andreas Rosa. We'll look at Richard Hu. We'll look at relievers. Starters should be just about good. So let's do Discover Infield. Works for me. Let me set you guys up. Russell Bellamy at shortstop for Ramon Ramirez. That would have been a trade that was worth it earlier in the season, but obviously the other trade went through. And actually now, you can go to your trade block. Take Ramirez off of the list. And take shortstop off of the list there too. So right now, really, it's just a first base upgrade that you guys need. That's all that you need, really. Maybe a left field upgrade on Guanipa, but then again, he's a 4th choice option, so not even. I mean, you guys are golden right about now. Find a natural reliever. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. All right. Let's see. Who else is up there on the list? Aside from Oliveros, who's from an ineligible country for you guys to draft from, Ralph Rudolph. Hell of a name. And Alec Duncan, starter, reliever, closer. That's pretty easy. For me, more reliever scouted. We found 1 infield prospect. It was a third baseman, Diego Delgado, who looks like he is probably dreadful. Who's at the top of my board right here? Garrett Zietlow, I can't even look at. William Chung out of Taiwan. Looks to be best player I could possibly get. Let's get him on 100% scouted. That man's 45 years old and you can't convince me otherwise. Hey, don't be ageist, you know? let's see. Vancouver still just rolling. The Mermen still hanging around 500. Did it not look at those guys last week? That's really weird. Huh. I feel like that week of scouting. Oh, maybe it was the first day. Blue Jays pick up an 86 rated closer. A handful of prospects. Enrique Angelis used to be mine. Yeah, you guys can't get him. Not eligible for you. Merman over 500. Apparently I found one outfielder. Jose Manzanillo out of Puerto Rico, so that doesn't help. Final week worth of scouting. At this point, I just need to look at the top guys available to me and see who I'm going to be aiming for here. And it looks like that closer. Aaron Anaya, I cannot get. There's Oliveros at shortstop. Diego Burgos at shortstop. And the last option is either Raymond Reyes. Yeah, it's Ortino Castilla, it should be. Let's go for Reyes, I guess. So second and short will be the focus. For chat, the final few players here to get information on before probably hitting another frickin' draft home run. So what the hell you've been doing? Thomas Cardona, he's always ready. And Richard Marsh, starter, third and left. All right, so just before the draft, the A's 61 wins, the most in the majors. Chat's team still absolutely rolling. The Mermen at 45 and 44, very much alive in the wild card hunt. I still might need to optimize my team a little bit to get us over the edge there. I have 87,000 stubs. Who should I get? Your favorite player if you can afford him. Because metas are stupid. Get who you want to use. All right, Comstock's crushing it. Oak is fine. Fernando Rodriguez, are you doing well? 802? That's not bad. Tommy Tran has had 5 at-bats and is terrible, but whatever. He's so much. Who's your second favorite player? You see where this is going. Oh, Brian Rocchio. Not looking good, my man. I know you're getting older, but damn. Matt Waldron. If his career is over, I'll quit. If his career is over, I'll quit.